Hey duders, Lisa here. Just got back from seeing The Devil Wears Prada 2, and I asked myself, how does a movie with 3 Academy Award winners and 2 Academy Award nominees let me down so much? We'll discuss this in just a bit. That's right, gang. I went to see The Devil Wears Prada 2, and I expected big things, right? I mean, we have the return relationships of Miranda Priestly, Andy Sachs, Nigel, and the amazing Emily, played by Emily Blunt. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, it's been 20 years, but I was stoked for this film. So stoked that, like many of you, I'm sure you rewatched the original one right before you went to it, as I did. So, I rewatched the original, and the comedy was there. I mean, the movie's not just about fashion, it's about your dream job, what happens when you get it, what happens when you become successful, and what do you do or not do to keep that dream job. And, I mean, the film lives up to its core 20 years later. I mean, I gave the film 3.5 out of 5 reels, and I was like, okay, despite what everyone's saying on the internet, I'm going to give this one a try. So, I go to it at the theater, and all I can say is, it let me down. I mean, you just didn't have the same spark or humor that you had in the first one. I mean, Emily Blunt, she was so great in the first one. Her sarcasm, the little one-liners, everything. And I just feel like it fell flat in this one. I also feel like we didn't get the bitchiness of Miranda Priestly like we got in the original. The only performance that I think was probably better was Anne Hathaway's, and I think that's solely because we've seen her transform into like this new person, and also the exploration of what is happening to journalism in today's world. Nigel, played by Stanley Tucci, still a great character, but again, I don't feel like we explored it enough. So, I mean, honestly, we all know the premise of the story is basically this. Runway needs to be saved, and in order to save it, they bring back Andy. And Andy is in charge of the feature, so she's going to make the magazine be more than a fashion magazine. And you know what? There's moments that, yes, get you, and it's like, you know what? You can see a little bit of the cult classics still in there. But for the most part, I feel like it fell flat. Like, it was slow, and I was aching for those moments where I would just get some of the original. I mean, it also starred Justin Theroux and Lucy Liu, who play a couple who's now divorced. Again, I just felt like their performances were not up to what they could have been. Like, we didn't explore that enough. And then we have Oscar winner Kenneth Branagh that comes in as Miranda Priestly's new husband. And I don't know. It all just fell flat for me. So, do I think the movie is worth seeing? Yes. Do I think it needs to be seen in the big screen? Absolutely not. I mean, at the end of the day, I think Meryl Streep might have been right when she pushed off doing the sequel for so long. Maybe she should have continued to push it off and not do it. I mean, I'm not going to say not to see it, but don't spend your money on going to it in the movie theater. For me, gang, I have to give this one a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it's hard to live up to the cult classic. I didn't think it ever was going to be like as good, but I didn't think it would fall this much flat of the first one. Some key points that save it are funny special appearances by Donatella Versace, along with a special performance by Lady Gaga. Those parts are great. I also think you do kind of have to remember the first one to get even some of the humor that they put into the second one. So if you haven't rewatched the first one in a while, gang, go ahead and rewatch it before you go see the second one. Other than that, go into it with the idea of it's just a fun movie to see. And, you know, per usual, Meryl Streep, we love her, but she just didn't bring the Miranda Priestly bitchiness that we loved in the first one. There it is, gang. Those are my thoughts on The Devil Wears Prada 2. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the film. Maybe I just thought and expected too much of it, and maybe that's why I'm ranking it harder than it is. I don't know. Be honest with me. Let me know what your thoughts are and what you guys would rank it. Alright, gang. Peace, love, and more to come later.